Hello everyone. Oh wait, not yet. Let me. Boom. Welcome to another recording session of Final Fantasy IV theme Stomblood, or eventually Stomblood. But yeah, we're doing the Alliance raid here, so we're just gonna continue on doing that. And on to the Circus Tower. The fastest 24-man raid to this date. This you, my friend. You're doubtless eager to have your progress on the Crystal Tower. Excellent. I'd be disappointed to hear otherwise, of course. Of course, disappointed is the word of the day, I fear. I'm ashamed to say there's nothing worthwhile to report. The sons continue to probe the labyrinth of the ancients, and every day brings new discoveries. Alas, the same cannot be said of the Crystal Tower proper. We've not been able to set so much as a single foot inside it. You will recall how the 8 sentinels stood between us and the labyrinth initially. In like manner, the entry into the principal spire, Circus Tower. The Allians called it. It also protected by technology far more advanced than our own. Sid and I have tried every trick we know, but without success. Frankly speaking, we are at a loss. It's discouraging, but we cannot give up. There must be a way in. And so the situation stands, my friend. Until we gain entry into the tower, I fear your talents shan't avail us. I'll require time that I am loath to waste, but I have a mind to set people to scouring such ancient texts as we have on hand. Perhaps we can be of assistance? And you are. Be at ease, friends. We share the selfsame goal. I'm Une, and my companion called Doga. We are scholars of the Allian civilization sent by the students of Baldesion to assist in your endeavor. Une Doga. Rather unusual names for this day and age. I might be forgiven for observing, but I digress. You claim to be here at the students' behest, but we have received near a word of your coming. Moreover, in the light of recent incidents at the Isle of Foal, I should think that they have rather more pressing concerns. We can only assume that the message failed to reach due to some mishap. I assure you that we are here to help. Oh no, you edgy right eye. What is it, Qua? It's nothing. There was pain, but it subsided. Well, it's rather unexpected. Your right eye is the same as ours. It's the same. You have an Allian eye as well. The sanguine hue is said to be a trait unique to the Allians, yet I inherited from my father, as he did from his. Only one child in a single generation is born with the eye. All my life I have sought to learn the truth of its manifestation. If there is aught you know, I implore you to tell me. My deepest apologies, but we have no answer for you. Only one thing is certain. Those who possess the trait are bound to fate to alike. As your eye has placed you upon the path you walk, so too I have come here to fulfill our destiny. Absurd though it may sound, it is the truth. It seems to me we have naught to lose by accepting their aid. What say you? If that is your wish, then so be it. Yep. Know that I still mean to verify a story with the students of Baldesion when I am able. I trust there will be no objections. Very well, at this moment, I name Une Doga advisory members of NOAA. Without further ado, let us have them examine the Circus Tower's entrance. I promise you not have cause to regret your decision. Drazor should be much obliged if you were to accompany our new friends to the tavern. Biggs and Wedge are presently serving the sentinels, the two of them can show you the way. Upon arrival, pray report to Master Garden. He will brief you on the situation. I shall join you, Drazor. With your dog's knowledge, along with our uncanny knack for setting events in motion, hopefully we will finally see progress. Hopefully. Then let's fly. Oh, really? I thought I made it. Oh, I can't fly. I forgot. Well, if it is Racer, you get into the circus tower. I'll kill everyone inside, no doubt, as I'm sure you already heard. No, the place is locked tight as a clam. No friends from the students, you say? Excellence is a bit slow going, or rather no going. But the chief, he'll appreciate the help. If you just follow me, I'll take you to him. Big ass door. I'm as fabulous as ever. Some old faces to lift the spirit, and a couple of new ones beside. Allow me to introduce Yune Doga, the scholars of Asian Allag sent here by the Friends of Palestine to aid the investigation. I understand you're having trouble circumventing the tower's defenses. There's a hope that we can be so small assistance. If your time ought to go by, your assistance should prove invaluable indeed. To begin with, let me tell you where we stand. Beyond rises Circus Tower, the principal spire of the structural collectivity known as the Crystal Tower. The only way to get inside is through the proverbial front door. The imposing gate you see there, the problem is we can't get it open. It's sealed by some mechanism who's working with an utter mystery to us. Having had no success via more orthodox methods, I went with encrypting everything from a pickaxe to a Magitech can. Not much put a scratch on it. For blessing, the gate doesn't try to reduce us to ashes like the 8 sentinels, but that doesn't make it any less effective security mode. It's fiendishly frustrating in its simplicity. Yeah, it's just a door. The only clue we have is the lies carved upon it. A man and a woman respecting elegant royalty by my judgment. Precisely who this in with, where we can say. Nor do we know whether the device actually serve a purpose. Like as not, it is purely decorative. Yeah, it opens with allig blood or eater of an alligator or something. Defeating your forced savior strength is no use, just as the calluses on my hands. Rest assured, we do not mean to waste our strength. Indeed, why should we exert ourselves when the gate will open on its own accord? Alligan eating, or whatever. I don't think any of us expected that to happen. Seven Hells, what is this? What did you do? What are you? Piercing the heavens, gathering the light, a symbol of mankind, glory and might. The virtue guarded by the gates impermeable unto those of royal blood answerable, exactly as passed down through legend. I'm delighted to see. There he is, the one and only. He didn't die. Beg pardons for interpreting your bewilderment. I couldn't help but notice remarkable playthings you have acquired. Nero, he's still alive. Garland, if I didn't know better, I would say you weren't happy to see me. But I jest. In light of recent meetings, you have every right to be wary. But rest assured, I no longer threat to you. My legion is, for all intents and purposes, defunct. And my association with it means the tight news awaits me back in Garlemald. And so I've been roaming the lands of Yosa. I'm regular, itinerant. In the course of my wandering, I chanced to catch wind of your latest venture. It sounded positively fascinating. And so I decided to come here and join you. After wrongs you committed, you think us that gullible? If you're suspicious of my intent, there's only just discern, but I'm determined to make amends. As a gesture of goodwill, I will share with you what I know, starting with these two other characters. As you doubtless already aware, the Crystal Tower was the symbol of Agent Alex's might and prosperity, and she was permitted only to royalty and select few individuals. According to the records I have unearthed, only royal blood can open the gate. In other words, the Emperor and his progeny were living keys. You mean to say that these two descend from the Alligan royalty? I suggest nothing so glamorous. To put it plain, the imitation of royalty, living keys born of Alligan ingenuity. Clones, I believe, the names your great gave your kind. Is that no so? To seem the time of concealment is past. Shock. Wow. That's probably the shortest time we have been deceived. Only like 10 minutes. Pray accept our apologies, as not an attempt to deceive. It was, though. We simply wish to avoid causing undue alarm by preemptively making what many would consider deranged claims. If it please you, let us return to the 8 Sentinels. There is much more to tell. Yeah, well, let's do that. Very well. Someone else, do you seriously mean to follow us around? Come, Garland, you know what better than to think that I've spoken jest. What more will it take for us to reconcile? A gift, perhaps? An elegant tombstone. It holds information I just shared with you. And a deal more. Besides, I used to be the jealously guarded property of the 14th Legion, but it's now yours now. I wish you joy of it. Look forward to working together, old friend. I like that dude. It's like, he's a bad guy, but you can't say if he's a bad guy. He's a fun bad guy. If you're ready to listen, we shall tell you all. As pertains closely to our investigation, your leader Rambrose may wish to be present. Before we begin, pray allow me to apologize again. It was not our intent to deceive you. As you will have already gathered, we are not scholars sent by students of Balesian, we are clones, copies of the people who once existed, given life through elegant technology. As it's rather a lot to take in, I would not be considered unseemly. Might I ask why you and yours were created, and more specifically, what is it that you now seek to do? Answering your question requires that we revisit Algan history. Pray bear with us. The Algan Empire reached its zenith long before our kind came into being. In the glorious age, the Crystal Tower stood tall as a symbol of Algan pride. Parents took the children there, they might learn how the nigh limitless energy it produces brought prosperity to the whole empire. That prosperity, however, bred decadence, and the empire began to show signs of stagnation. This decline was made all the more rapid for want of a strong leader. In a matter of generations, the Algan civilization became pale shadow of its reformed itself. Its once gleaming cities fell into disrepair, and its frontier lands were given over to the wilderness. Lamenting the pitiful state of affairs, one technologist made it his mission to restore Aleg to greatness. Amon was his name, and he believed that the ailing empire wanted for but a potent ruler, and none was more potent than his founding father, whom he sought to resurrect. The founding father, you can mean Emperor Sunday. None other. As part of his experiment, Amon created clones of the Emperor's descendants. We are products of that experiment, copies of Une and Dog. Historical text mentions the reign of two Algan emperors named Sunday. It was commonly believed that the second was the namesake of the first. After all, such custom is common among royalty and commoners alike, to think that two were, in fact, one and the same. Sunday returned from the grave and assumed his throne once more, and true to Amon's prediction, the Emperor restored his realm to the glory it once knew. Would that he would be satisfied with that. In his previous life, the Emperor decided to bring the entire world into Algan dominion, an ambition that ultimately went unfulfilled. Having granted a second chance, he was determined to succeed. Realizing that he needed more power to wage his war, to conquer, Sunday turned his sight towards forbidden source, darkness. In order to learn how to harness this power, he converted the Crystal Tower into a restricted research facility. Darkness again, Seven Hells. What is it with megalomaniac rulers turning into darkness in their lust for power? Well, at least one won't be bothering us, being thousands of years dead and all. Well, that you were right, Master Garland. Alas, Emperor Sunday is very much alive within Circus Tower. He still abides his ambition, burning all the more ardently from his empire's collapse. Will and power of darkness require a prodigious amount of energy that not even the Crystal Tower could produce. In order to augment the shortfall, Stomblood was created and launched into the heaven. On high it hung, gathering the sun's energy and channeling it to the tower below. However, a miscalculation resulted in a surge of energy that escaped into the land. This triggered an earthquake of unprecedented violence. The calamity that ushered the Fourth Umbral era. In a blinking of an eye, the mighty Algan Empire was laid to waste. Yet, even as the Crystal Tower was sinking into the earth, their technologists armed. No emperor sought his close aid. It worked powerful magics that halted the flow of time. Every soul within the structure, the emperor included, was placed in deep slumber. In that state, they were to remain until time was ripe to awaken. Eras came and went. After millennia lying dormant, Stomblood was summoned back to Earth. Its descent triggered seventh umbral calamity, in the wake of which the Crystal Tower re-emerged. At that moment, Emperor Sunday awakened. In his lust for power, the Emperor consorted with the darkness and was reduced by his corrupting influence. Even though his empire is now little more than a fading memory, he will stop at nothing to see his ambitions realized. This for no other purpose but to put an end to Sandrin's madness that we exist. This is the mantle we inherited from our namesake, the true Unedoga. Fearing what might befall the world, the two of them sought to thwart the Emperor. They gave unto us their will, that we might carry on the mission should they fall. When we came to our senses within the Crystal Tower, we deliberated the course of action, concluding that we alone could not overcome Sandy. We struck out to find a worthy ally. It has taken years, but our search is finally over. There's no ordinary man who can cut the path through the labyrinth of agents. With you as champion, Drazor, we are confident that we can end Sandy's dark ambition once and for all. Well, that teach me for speaking too soon, said Magic Grin aside. I see now why you knew the student of Bedussin among a host of other things. You were also doing an investigation the whole time. So what will you do, Drazor? The world is in grave danger again, and it just happens you're an expert at saving it. You don't say. Let's go then. You have returned gratitude. Together, let us see the Algan Empire's dark past laid to rest. It has been our mission to recover the long-lost knowledge of the Algan civilization. But what word is that knowledge if it means subjecting the realm to peril? Truth be told, it pains me to think that the Tower's secrets may become lost to us, but greater good must ever come first. Besides, no quantity of ancient relics can compare to our friends Vinerdoga living breathing elegance. And so I hereby declared a change of no is objective. Henceforth we shall direct all our efforts towards sealing of the Circle's tower. Its dark secret must never know the light of day. Drazor, as you did for us with the labyrinthization, I would have you enter structure, eliminate hostile elements. Suffice it to say, this includes Empress Sander himself. Meanwhile, the rest of us will examine ways to isolate Circus Tower from the outside world. To work them. Oh, you would just follow them. Like the little banter they have there in the back. Wait, there's something I must know. My right eye is like yours. Does this mean... You inherit trait from your father, you said. No, thy clones are unable to bear offspring. You have no cause for concern. The Algan Eye you call it, but to us is royal eye, owing to the fact that the trait manifests only in those possessed of royal blood. I cannot well explain why your eye runs in your line, but I'm disinclined to think it's a coincidence. Though you doubtless impatient to learn the truth, pray have patience. All will be revealed in due time. I can speak. My apologies, I've given you cause to worry. I'm quite well, I assure you. As you can appreciate, there's been much for me to think on. But now is not the time for action. Now is time for action, not idle thoughts. Circuit towers await us. Your task is to eliminate the hostile elements within the structure, Sander himself included. This will afford us the chance to seal off the facility. May the crystal grant you strength. Circus Tower is now accessible. Oh, come on. Do I need to be on this side? Okay. Circus Tower. A little bit of queue time, but anyway, I will see you all when the queue pops. So I see you then. Shouldn't be too long, hopefully. Anyway, see you. Okay, there you go. The queue popped. That took like 2 hours. But hey, we made it. Okay, I'll see you then. There you go. Only another hour, but we are here, ready to go. Come on. 2 DPS. 1 DPS and 1 healer. Come on. a shame for the DPS first, because they are most likely to fall asleep, so yeah. Come on DPS, accept it. Come on, any day now. Any day now.